welcome to my Yoga Stretch Fusion class. I'm Jennifer Wagner with Collective Wellness. Today is a standing only class, so we do not get up and down from the floor. It's a great one to use at work or on vacation along with your home. And if you do, grab a chair if you need one. You can use it for balance or to sit in during the exercises. Make sure to exercise within your ability, and if you experience any difficulties, stop, seek a physician right away. All right, let's get started. Find a space, get that chair if you need one, and then come back to me. Hi, welcome back to my Yoga Stretch Fusion standing only. So we're not gonna get up and down from the floor. And again, grab that chair if you need it for balance or to sit in on the edge of the seat at any time. We're gonna start off in mountain pose, so your feet are hip width apart. Hips and knees and ankles lined up as your toes are straight forward. Nice and tall to the spine as your shoulders roll down and back towards your back pockets. Palms open up and gently close your eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Finding your breath and just let everything else go. Leave all your stress and all your worries at the door. Inhale and exhale. Bring your hands together into Namaste, centering with your chest. Eyes gently closed still if you can. You could also gaze at the floor if you need to. Inhale, finding your center. Exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Inhale, reach for the sky as high as you can go. Exhale, push away. Again, inhale and exhale. Adding on, inhale. Swan dive down, hinge from your hips if you need to. Bend your knees, go ahead, and then inhale, reverse, lift with your hip. Return to the side so you can see swan dive. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, reverse. Again. Bending the knees helps protect the back, so if you have a weak back or achy back, it's also optional. Let's do one more time. And then into monkey pose. Your back is flat as a table, your neck is nice and long. And then exhale all the way down. Inhale, reverse swan dive, lift with your upper back. Again, swan dive down. Monkey pose, inhale, back as flat as a table. Sitting down into chair, so hips are back. Pull your abdominals in and your knees are behind the toes and straight forward. Inhale up. Again, swan dive, exhale. Monkey pose, inhale, back as flat as a table. And then chair pose, sitting back. Chest is facing me. There you go, inhale up. Again, swan dive down. Monkey pose. Chair pose, sitting down. Staying here. Check the knees behind the toes, hips back, and straight forward. Pull your abdominals in. Okay. Inhale up. We're going to go into just the chair, so you're going to sit down. You can have your arms extended if you wish, or namaste. Again. 2 more times. One more time. This time hold. I'm going to go into twisted chair, rotate, opposite elbow to the outside of your knee. Chest is open. Center and switch. And center, switch again. Abdominals pulled in, keep those knees behind the toes. Last time. Center, inhale up. Exhale, open wide. We're gonna go into cat-cow with the torso, but the arms are gonna round out. So round out the back of the cat, arms come up and around, and then you're gonna open out wide. So now you have the sway back of the cow, the arms out wide. Again, round it out like a cat, and open. So we're getting the spine moving and warming up, along with the shoulders, chest, and back. Good. Go ahead and bend those knees a little bit too. And up and Bend those knees as you come around. One more time. And release. Okay, we did some leg work here. You're going to move your feet out wide. We're going to go into the plie position. And bend your knees just a little bit because I want you to make sure the knees and toes are lined up. So depending on your hip movement, I want you to either bring the toes in to line up the knees or open those hips a little bit more if you can. Abdominals in, tailbone under. Start with just the plie, down and up. Chest is lifted. So the difference between this is that and the squat. The squat is booty out, plie is booty in, if that helps you. Squeeze the inner thighs as you come up. Good. Feel those legs working. You can always have that chair nearby if you need to, or the wall. Good. Come down and hold, keeping those hips open. Knees and toes are lined up. Chest is lifted, shoulders back. Feel that through the legs start to fire up. Now start to pulse out. So it's a little movement. A pulse is not necessarily a bounce. It's just moving in and out of that pose just a tiny bit at a time. Feel those legs firing up. There you go. You got it. If you have to take a break at any time, go ahead, but stay in there if you can. Go ahead and come down and hold. You're gonna bring your right heel up off the floor. Press the heel into the floor. Left heel off the floor and push. When you're pressing down, imagine you have resistance. Something's pushing up as you're pushing your heel down. Alternating between each heel. Feel that run up through the leg, through those hips. Keep breathing. Abs in check. One more each. And release. Shake it out. Good job. We're going to go back out into that plie position. So shake those legs out first and then come back out. Turn those toes, knees out again. You're going to go down into that plie. Check your posture. We're going to activate those obliques. So your arms are going to come out like a football goal, and you're going to crunch, so elbow to knee, center, crunch, lower down with that plie each time. So you're going to come up a little bit, and then plie more, crunch. If it helps, you can make a fist, pull, elbow to knee, pull. So you're still working those legs, but now you're activating the core. Knees stay open, make sure they do not come in. It's bad on the knees and the hips. You want to keep those knees lined up with the toes. Knees are happier then. Keep it going. Woo. One more each. We're not done yet. I want you to bring those arms out in front, and we're going to twist. Keep those knees turned out. Tailbone under. Nice and controlled through the midsection. Squeeze those abs and those obliques. There you go. It's not easy, but you can do it. Keep trying. The burn you feel in those legs is a good burn. That's the lactic acid burning. We'll shake it out in a second, but keep going. One more each. Here you go. And shake it out. Good job. Woo. Bring those feet out wide, but toes are forward. And we're gonna lunge side to side. So this should feel really good after those plies. Feel a stretch to the inner thigh, pressing down. Go ahead and reach forward with the opposite. So lunge to the right, left arm's extended. Right hip is pushing out and back. Switching it out. Reaching like you're trying to reach through the TV or the phone to me as the hips are back. There you go. Keep it up. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Let's do one more each. I lied, we'll do 3 last. Now one more. Coming up. Sliding down. Legs stay nice and straight. Toes are forward. Drop the hands below the head and then just lower your head. Chin is tucked. Legs are still straight. Feel this through your spine, hips and hamstrings. Keep your legs straight as you shift your hips side to side. So we're not bending the knees. We're keeping those legs straight as you shift your hips side to side. Pause and then switch. Feel this through the hamstrings. You have multiple hamstring muscles, and then into the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Center. You're going to sit down into like a leapfrog. So lift your head and your chest. Knees are bent. And again, your knees are behind the toes and we're not rolling in. So keep yourself planted on your feet. Then we're going to go into that forward bend. Drop your head, tailbone to the sky. Bend the knees, sitting down, chest is lifted. There you go. We're going to go back and forth between the two. Good. One more time each. Sitting down, keep those knees open. Forward bend, drop the head. Walk your hands out into a wide stance, downward dog. So walk your hands out, fingers spread, pressing your hips back, pressing your chest down. Head between your arms. Inhale. And exhale. Heels pushed into the floor. You're going to look underneath your right arm as you let your left shoulder drop down and just let your hips shift to the right with it. Switch sides. Look underneath your left arm. Right shoulder drops. Shift your hips to the left a tiny bit. Center. Walk your hands back. You're going to walk your hands over to the right foot as you turn your right foot out. You can turn your foot out as far as you're comfortable. Legs are still straight, lowering your chest down. Inhale. Whew, might be a little shaky. I'm already a little shaky. Walk around to the other side and turn your foot. Dropping your head, keep those legs straight, shifting your hips, center or back. Inhale, exhale. Walk back to center, turning your toes forward. Placing your left hand on the floor below your head, you're going to bring your right arm up and around, open up to the right side. Chest is open, right fingers are straight up to the sky. Switch sides, right hand down, now left arm open. Keep those legs straight, spinal twist, open the chest. And down, we're gonna do that one more time each, open back up. And down, last time. Open up, spinal twist, legs are still straight. And down. We're gonna go back into that downward dog one more time. So walk those hands out, fingers spread, pressing your chest down towards your toes as your hips shift back. Now you can stay right here if you'd like. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, lift your heels up, pivot your feet in, lift your toes up, lift your feet in. So you're slowly moving your feet towards each other. Make sure that when you come back to toes forward, pause for a second. Feel that stretch move. Then lift the heels back up, toes come back in, forward, pause. When you find that spot where you're like, okay, that's enough, stay there, keep breathing, push the heels into the floor, make sure your toes are still forward, and then walk your hands back. And then curl yourself up slowly, pressing your spine to the sky, arms hanging down. Curling up, inhale. Exhale. Get your bearings straight. And then inhale all the way up. Lifting the chest up. And release. Good. Okay, you're going to turn to your side. We're going to go into a runner's lunge, or like a sun salute, but we're going to go deeper, so that's where it's more of that runner's lunge. You're going to take a step back with one foot. Your heel is straight up from the floor. This is a good one to use that chair if you need one. I may need that chair since I'm turning to this facing you guys, but your heel is straight up. Make sure both sets of toes are pointed forward. And then you're going to lower the back knee down. From this point, you want to feel the hip flexors stretching. Lift the chest up, drop the knee a little bit more. Good. Now we're going to go into a little bit of a pulse here. So you're going to feel those legs firing up. But at the same time as you drop that knee, chest is lifted and back, you're going to feel those hip flexors working a little bit too and stretching each time. Drop the knee down, hold. Lift those arms up. So this is where that sun salute comes into play. Chest is lifted, open up to the sky. Always have that one hand on the chair if you need to. Now if you want to, you can wiggle your front toes forward so you can go deeper into that lunge. Lift the chest up, pushing the knee down. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Good job. Let me switch sides. Should have felt that right through here. Those hip flexors, I'm going to turn around here, but your hip flexors are commonly tight, especially if you sit a lot. Make sure that back heel is straight up, toes are straight forward, chest is lifted, drop that knee. Make sure you have a nice wide stance. If you're really close, you're not going to get this. So that's why I talk about the runner's lunge, is because I really want you to have that wide stance. Drop the knee down, chest is lifted. So think about your knee is going one way, your hip is going the other direction. And that's when you feel the hip flexors. But hip flexors are connected through the lower back. So a lot of times we think we have back issues. Go ahead and pulse it up. But it's actually our hip flexors that are so tight from sitting so much that they're overactive and they're pulling on our lower back. You can wiggle your toes forward, go a little further. Dropping that knee down, lifting the chest up. You can bring those arms up now. That chair there if you need it. Go deeper if you need to or can. Woo! Might be able to see me shaking, that's okay. If you're shaking, that's good. That means you're using those muscles, you're maxing them out. And release. Good job. Woo! Let's get those legs a break now. Let's get into the shoulders. Arms out to the sides. Knees are soft. We never want to lock those knees. We're going to rotate through the shoulder joint. Hands follow. Nice and long through those arms, and we're shoulder height. And if you make sure your arms are straight to the side of you, they're not in front of you. That way you really get into those, activating your rotating muscles there. Inhale. Check those knees, make sure they're unlocked. Toes are forward. Okay, rotate open. So your thumbs are back, palms facing up as much as you can. We're gonna pulse back, pulse back. You feel this through the upper back muscles now. Good. Inhale. Exhale. I want you to push back, feel that opening through the chest. So we're activating the back muscles, which are the ones that tend to be the weakest, and then we're stretching out the chest and shoulder muscles right through here, which tend to be the overactive and tight. Okay, now we're gonna pulse up. There you go. Keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. You got it. And release. Shake it out. Whew. Arms out in front. Imagine you have 2 paddles, 2 oars, and you're pulling back. And then you're going to bring it around and then pull back. Good. Now I want you to imagine that they're very long. The pedals are big. So that means you have a lot of resistance pulling through the water, activating your back muscles, those are your postural muscles. Working those back muscles will help correct your posture. So not only will it decrease pain, but you'll look taller and instantly lose 10 pounds from standing and sitting taller. Good. Squeeze, pulling back. Let's do one more time. Now we're gonna reverse it. So you're gonna push and then bring it slightly down, pulling back. Good. So we're still working those back muscles, but now your hands are slightly lower. Pull, 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 pull. So you're gonna get a little lower and getting into those lats. Imagine you have big paddles, resistance. We don't always need weights. We don't always need equipment. We just need to learn how to activate those muscles and using that guided imagery, like the paddles. Pull. Let's do one more time. Woo. Shake it out. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna go into that forward bend. So feet hip width apart, toes are forward. Go ahead and curl down, arms hanging down, chin is tucked. Keep your legs straight and just let yourself hang down as you curl down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If your hands are on the floor dragging, you can always take your hands to your opposite elbow. Feel that stretch hanging down. Feel that through the spine, through the hips, hamstrings, calves, heels pushed into the floor. Go ahead and start curling yourself up, arms still hanging down, pressing your spine to the top, towards the ceiling. Curling all the way up. Inhale. Remember to breathe so we don't get dizzy. Exhale. Go ahead, inhale up, reaching to the sky. Pushing those arms back, palms facing forward. Relax the neck so we're not pushing forward. Keeping the ears back. Bring those hands together and we're gonna sway side to side, lifting the rib cage up and over. Take it slow and control. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time each. Coming up, open out wide. Fingers spread. Hinge from your wrist as you feel it through the fingers also. Bring your hands down. Clasp your hands behind your back or imagine you have a ball behind you. Knees are soft. We're going to bring those hands away from your back first. And then if you want to, you can go further by bending the knees and then hinging forward. Dropping your head, hands coming up and then over and down towards your head as you drop your head. Pull your elbows together as your shoulders move away from your ears and open the chest. And then see if you can go a little further as those hands go down towards the head a little more. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and start to curl yourself up. Bring your hands down by your back again. Bring the right arm across. Pull the shoulder in. Feel up through the shoulder and scapula. And then work through your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Rotate your wrist. Still pulling that arm across and in. Switch arms, pull across and in, fill it through the shoulder and scapula, work through those fingers. Inhale and exhale. Make a loose fist, rotate your wrist. Unlock those knees. Hear my popping knees. And release. Go ahead and just swing those arms out. Crisscross front and back. Nice and easy through the shoulders. Just let them go. Good. Arms down by the sides and then just rock your head side to side. Feel it through the neck. Keeping your sternum center so we're not shifting our weight side to side. We're just moving our head. Now turn your head side to side. Keep your head straight. Inhale, exhale. To the front, push your chin back. Give yourself a double chin, and then push your chin down. And release. Okay, feet, right foot under, or right toes under, and then roll it out. So you're planted on your left foot. If you get any cramps, just lift the foot up and then go back down. Work it out in between. Switch directions. Feel that stretch through the top of the foot and into the toes. Switch feet, toes under, circle it out. Inhale. And exhale. Circle the other way. There you go. And release. Shake it out. Good job. You did it. Let's bring it into mountain pose, relaxation pose. Arms down by your sides. Eyes gently closed. Regain strength through your breathing. Inhale through your nose. And exhale. Just letting everything go. Relax the legs, relax the arms, shoulders melting down. Relax your jaw as your teeth gently separate. Eyes release. Inhale, exhale. Slowly open your eyes. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, push away. Again. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. And namaste. Thank you so much for coming to my class. If you enjoyed the class and like notifications for more, just click on that little picture of me. And you'll get notifications every time I post, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you so much. Come back again. Bye.